this is a quick demo on how to create this spiral sphere. As you can see, if I go into my outline preview there, this is what it looks like, but how do I get to do this fairly quickly? So I've created a new artboard down here, and what we're going to start with is basically just a bunch of strips like this. We're going to make them a different color right now. I have a gradient by default. Let's make them green or black. It doesn't really matter at this point. And I'm going to press and hold my Option or Alt key to duplicate that, and Command D or transform again right here. Transform again, and I'm just going to keep on going. I want to have a few strips like this, right? So I'm going to select those, group them. You can right-click and then group them. I have already grouped them here. And you can go into your free transform right here, and by pressing your Option key right there, you're able to skew it like this. So very quickly I do this, and I'm going to add that series of strips to my symbols palette right there. So I'm just going to make them blue so we can see them differently, because I already have one up. I'm just going to drag it to my symbols palette right here, add them up, and it tells me right there what type of what name shall I call it. So I call it Spirals Blue, and there it's in my palette. So I can just put this on the side. Next, I want to create a quick circle right there. I'm just going to make it right here. It's going to make it in the center. Again, you can select your object, and you can center it vertically and horizontally right here, so it's in the center. I am going to make it doesn't matter the color, but I'm going to make it a different color so we can see it. First thing first is I want to run it to the 3D Revolve filter right there. So I need to, with a direct selection tool, I need to select one anchor right here and delete it. So I only have half a circle. I'm just going to make a copy of that quickly again. Just duplicate that one again quickly. Come back to my shape right here, run into, and then go into my Effect 3D and then run it through the Revolve. There you go. So you have a sphere, right? And we've probably touched upon that already, the 3D Revolve tool. But what I want to do is I want to map art it. And I want to find in my symbol right here the spiral blue that I made. I want to make sure that goes to scale to fit, so it wraps around the whole thing, but only see the outside of the sphere here. So I want to click on Invisible Geometry right here, and now you have the inside and the outside. You click OK on that, click OK on that. You can rotate the angle, but I'm not going to bother for that. And then at this point, if I switch back to my preview, it's just this. So you need to go under Object, Expand Appearance, ungroup the shape, ungroup the shape again. You have to do it twice. Right click again, and then release clipping mask. And what that does is now you have, if I go into my preview, you have all the shapes expanded. So you have the ones in the front right here and the ones in the back. So I'm just going to undo that just to show you. I'm going to change the colors so we can see them better. And if I switch back again into my preview mode, you can see that there's an extra line right here that I don't need, right? Oh, I forgot, sorry, I forgot. You need to merge those shapes because they're a clipping mask. So those shapes are, as you can see, they're kind of split. So you go into your properties right here, you go to your Pathfinder and unite them. And a couple times, because it kind of creates a weird dotted line, and then unite them again just to get rid of all that, those little extra pieces. This one seems to be clean. So now we're talking. Now we have, again, if you go switch back and forth between your preview mode and back, you can see that there's an outline right here, and that is my clipping mask. So I'm going to delete all those extra shapes. So I can select both objects right here, zoom out a little bit, move it out of the way, need be, right? And then you can see that there's still an extra paths right there, and this is the clipping mask. So I'm just going to delete that just to get rid of them, and that's pretty much it. So at this point, you want to create a gradient or something like this. So you can go into your swatches. I've already actually, you can, better yet, you can load some gradients right here. You go into your hamburger menu, open swatches, gradients, and you have all of those colors at your disposal. So you can go into brights, for example, and apply this filter right here. This gradient, I mean, right there. It's nice and bright and red. Go to your gradient tool. You can give it an angle if you want, 45-degree angle, and select the other piece in the back, and then pick a different color, like so. Oh, this is too close to one another. I'm going to make it green. Something like that. And at this point, you can create a shape in the background, push it to the back, apply different gradients as well. And there you have it. We have this shape created in a 3D mode, and that you need to expand. And there you have a spiral, very Christmassy looking object. Just like that. Two shapes, 3D revolve, expand, ungroup, release, clipping mask, and voila.